Oh, it's blurring the bell. Woo! Welcome, everyone. My name's Matt Nasser. I'm the coordinator of the Experiments Play Reading Series. For those of you joining us for the first time, I'd like to talk about the program. We're dedicated to emerging theater makers. We give them the opportunity to develop works in progress with actors and directors. And the series presents these works once a month in the hopes to bring the piece further along on that journey to a fully realized production. We try to pay everybody a little bit and give as much resources as we can to the playwrights and everyone involved. So if you like what we're doing, please donate on our website so we can pay our actors and directors and theater makers more and expand our resources. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce the playwright who's also reading stage directions for our first Experiments reading of this season, the 22nd season. The show is called Tarrare, the Hungriest Man by Federico Mastret. And just before we get going, I just want to let everyone know that there's some simulated violence and some simulated gorging and purging, just so we are all aware of what we're in store for. So without further ado, our playwright, Federico. Thank you.
Tarrare the Hungriest Man. Opening spell. An empty white void. Tarrare sits at a table lavishly decorated with all manner of foods, asleep in a pile of half-eaten food. He wears a stereotypical toga, harp at the foot of the table, wings trailing off his back onto the floor. The chorus are walking out of a pure white void into an ink-slick and rainbow-oiled expanse. The chorus members appear one by one as they begin to speak.
Tarrare is the worst creature on earth. If I had my way, I would never see the filthy mud again. Face of a bulldog and uglier than mud. Mud with shit. Shit from mud. Shit out again into more shit that's being washed down with mud because you're drinking it. Like the second you meet him, you are just drinking it. And I mean it. I mean it. I hate him. I hate him. And he hate him. Hate him. Hate him. And I was taught to love, but some things like that can't be loved. And I tried, I swear to God. And he made a mistake. I lay awake and I know he made a mistake. Looking over at that crib, and I can't help it. I want to scream. I want to throw up and vomit, and it'll turn red from how angry I am. How I can't, I shouldn't, right? I shouldn't have to get over it. I don't want to get over it. I can't get over it. I don't want to. I want to keep it. I wanted to keep that one. I did. I've been so bad about it before, but I finally wanted him. I wanted him, and dear God, that's when God gives it to me good. You know that my baby went missing in the same hospital? I didn't think anything was like that. But my eyes are open, deep, wide. And I'm so afraid for myself, for my baby, for my soul. Things can exist like that now. Things are like that.
Coming at you live from the French Revolution, God in his high heaven has decided that the rule of kings and queens has poisoned humanity to the very core. At this horrendous moment, he has released swarms of philosopher locusts to peck humanity with self-awareness. Later in the broadcast, we discuss nurses and other such French people in berets wandering from empty field of grain to empty field of grain, thinking about moments from their childhood when they could have and should have done better. More on that at 9. Later, we talk about the safest way to board up your windows from ne'er-do-wells and other revolutionary property redistributors. My personal favorite trick? Making sure to sprinkle some shattered glass onto the sill so when they try to move it, they either push their hands through it and get minor cuts and reconsider, Or they accidentally move it into the air and inhale glass shards into their lungs. Either way, a win-win. Don't you think so, Elise? Why, yes, I did, Antoine. I always did find that interesting, and I can't believe this show is still going. I know, right? When I saw my neighbor's skin warp into a tree and begin to plant itself painfully into the ground, I fully expected to kill myself rather than live through the end of the world. But hey, here we are. Here we are, indeed.
And he didn't even ask before eating my ass. I mean, I wanted him to eat my ass, but like he could have asked first. And he's super hot. I mean, like so hot. And he fucked like it was going out of style. I mean, he was led to the guillotine afterwards, but he requested me as his last fuck. So personally, I think that's very romantic. Damn. I wish they had kept him alive. I mean, like, yeah, we shouldn't be subjugated by a class of people who did absolutely nothing to earn it, save having been born into a family that was like maybe good hunters back when Jesus walked on sandals. Oh, did I mention that he was hung? Like, I'm not sure what the ratio of dick to labor exploitation is, but it's got to be in there somewhere. Donkey, like third leg. I swear I could feel him in my esophagus from below. I really don't know how rich people do it. I mean, sure, most of them are bad, but come on. The few that have good genitals, I think we should let those live. That's like the purpose of living, right? I mean, I'm sure a lot of other people would be happy to have them dead, but I'm happy with their dicks. So it's not really moral or fair for me to have to give up my happiness for the sake of others. That's like totally not self-care.
I can't ever want to talk to someone. I feel like it always comes with something. Whether someone actually cares about me or if they just want me for my family's money. And I wish I had never been born into money. I wish that, well, that I wasn't such a piece of shit. I mean that like earnestly. Being born rich makes me the fucking worst person on earth. I should die, but then all my friends tell me that I need to stay alive and that we're all deserving, but I don't feel deserving. Like, even if I could be smart enough to help, I would always just keep giving out then. I want to live out of a van, but then my parents will disown me, and I'll just be a normal person. Like I guess, but I'll still have that, or will I? I don't know. Who am I? Who's gonna get better? But I just needed to really talk to someone about this, and I'm so glad. I'm just so glad that I get a chance to talk to about it with you, and to talk through.
All the chorus disappear and take parts of the table Tarrare is sitting on, as well as his wings and clothes, replacing them with daily used clothes, a few patches on his jeans, a faded beaded show jacket as he sleeps in a chair. A white cloth descends over him as we see the next world fade in. Where will we be? Lights up on the main ballroom of a grand chateau somewhere in France. Gold illumination comes from every pillar on the walls, ornate columns with images of cherubs and Baroque paintings covering the room, although a few sag with slowly growing tumors and bulges of water damage. The pink wallpaper with verdant vine decals within it has faded, though still brilliant enough to marvel at. The hall goes down for around the space of 2 dance studios worth deep, with the audience window cut right in the middle, where to the left is the large main entrance, carved as if to mimic what is a Rococo enthusiasts would imagine the entrance to the Colosseum as, and to the right, floor to high ceiling windows. The only furniture uncovered from under the white tarps currently being a long extending dinner table with 3 chairs at both ends and one in the middle, and also a single armchair pointed at the window with a small end table and an ottoman before it. Papa, the stoic patriarch, bearded perhaps, and his daughter Marie, dressed in a poofy skirt and overly frilled with lace being a main part of all their clothing, stare out the window as something continually streams down while thunder cracks.
Mama, it's raining blood again.
Mama enters dressed elegantly, her hair clinically tied into tight braids, not a single strand out of place.
Marie, really, you mustn't. So it is.
Wow.
It's not polite to stare at bloodshed, Marie.
Yes, Papa.
Don't we have curtains anymore?
Had to sell them to look poorer.
But not really, right, Papa?
Of course, dear. Now, fetch my newspaper and...
I already put it on the chair.
Wonderful. So thoughtful.
I was wondering if I could watch the rain tonight then?
Absolutely not, Sugar Plum. We don't look at blood. Like your father said, it's impolite.
But, Mom...
Do not argue. Now go. Wake the dead servants. Tell them I want dinner ready as soon as possible.
But they're so gross, Mama.
They cook your food, Marie. They are excellent servants who have served this family for generations.
Can't we just let them stay dead, Mama? They smell so...
Sweetie, all servants smell. These ones are hard workers and especially useful, so no, they cannot simply just die. Honestly, Marie, these juvenile thoughts you have.
Yes, Mama.
And be sure to stay in your room until it's time to eat. We have a surprise for you.
A surprise?
Of course, it is a special day after all.
Oh, Mama, you remembered!
How could I forget? It's a special day for my baby girl, so of course I remember.
What is it? Oh, Mama, I could simply burst!
You'll get to see it when it's ready and after you've obeyed your wonderful and reasonable parents who are throwing you such a night.
A party?
Of course, a party, but that's not the surprise.
Is it a pony? A star? A puppy?
Please, Marie, darling, I would never be so gauche. Those are all things, darling.
Oh, Mother, please! I could just burst and then all my insides would be outside.
Marie, that's quite enough. You'll know soon enough.
Oh, but Mom...
That's enough. I said quite a while ago to raise the servants and have them prepare dinner. We can't have a surprise without dinner.
Yes, Mama.
That's a good girl.
Oh, Mother, I'm so excited!
Oh, this rain is simply atrocious. Who allowed this on our girl's special day? Honestly, dear, we don't pay the priests this much for them not to tell God to stop it with the portents of doom shit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, okay, I understood the plague of frogs. I understood everyone else being led to the guillotine. They were too loud. A lot of rich people are too loud. A bunch of miscreants, all of them. But this, red rain, much too biblical. What's next? Circumcisions for all of us? Oh, God, you know I can't stand when those penises are clothless. Everyone in France will become religious. The bad, regimental, no fun kind. I can at least thank the Lord for never bringing up the subject of... God forbid those revolutionaries get their own ideas for reason. Idiots, really, thinking they are making a new world. In France, no less. Thinking themselves new Romans. Logic this, logic that. Laughable, as if poor people wrote history.
Mm-hmm.
What are you even reading at a time like this? The world is ending.
The newspaper, my dear.
The world is ending. All of our friends have been led to the guillotine. What could possibly be in that shitty little newspaper?
Decorum, my dear.
Decorum went out the window when French cannonballs started tearing up French chateaus.
You know, they have quite the mesmerizing column today on if the afterlife has columnists.
Well, if they write schlock like that, I'm certain they'll find out sooner rather than later.
Oh, you're in a mood.
Oh, I am not just in a mood. Having a mood merely proves I'm alive. If I only had a mood, then I'd be fucked over by some peasant holding a gavel. Everyone thinks having a mood makes them better. Guess what? Having a mood merely means you aren't intelligent enough to articulate it into words, which means you aren't intelligent enough to know the right words, which means you aren't intelligent enough to fucking hold a gavel. Oh, bang, bang, bang. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess we're killing each other for freedom. Wow, what a shock. You were just feeling the mood. France. center of the Enlightenment. Descartes, Voltaire, questions on the decency of human life. But for the bourgeoisie, oh no, they're not human. They're not flesh and blood. They're just parasites. Well, guess what? It isn't a tick's problem that you don't like getting your blood sucked, but if you're dumb enough to kill them, they tend to rot under the skin. Oh, but we made it. We have enough blood to live out this tiny little insurrection until we have an age where people want to be rich again. Then they'll write hymns about us. You watch.
Whatever you say, dear.
Whatever I say. Whatever I say. Of course. Whatever I say. Ha. Did you do whatever I said?
Of course.
And where is it?
How should I know? I simply told it we needed a show. Huh?
Where is he?
Can't hear you, Tarrare.
I'm awake.
Ah, I think I heard it.
It's in the room. Where?
I think.
Oh,
Oh, there it made a sound again.
Oh, how did you lose it in this room?
Honestly,
Honestly?
I didn't want to look at it.
bonjour.
Ah! Now I remember it was cold, so I gave it a rag.
You cretin! That's a good rag for good furniture.
Oh, thank you. I'm certain you could wash it after.
No, please. Keep it. We don't have use for it anymore. We'll simply, take it out of your pay.
Oh,
I wasn't thinking.
No, of course not. You simply walk to where you want and pick up shit and call it a day. Our good rags, honestly, dear. And then into the ballroom. It should have been left outside.
I'm sorry.
I could leave.
No. Stay where you are. It won't do to have you walk around the house. When you're done, you can leave through the window. Please. These are good bone floors. Great-grandfather paid a lot of money for the grave diggers to make them. It won't do for you to ruin them. Oh, honestly, dear.
Dear?
You, hide yourself and remain quiet till we get you again.
Yes, madame.
Good. At least it understands. The towel back over yourself. Now. Oh, I spoke too soon.
Yes, madame.
Thank you. Marie, how is dinner coming along?
Almost done, Mama. What was the menu?
Girls who want a surprise should shut up and do what their mothers tell them.
Yes, Mama.
God, I can't wait either.
Then don't.
You know what? You're right. Marie?
Yes, Mama?
This rain has put me in such a mood. I don't want to wait anymore. If you could just threaten the help.
Oh, can I?
They'll be yours someday. You'll have to learn someday.
And this isn't the surprise?
No. No, trust me, you'll know the surprise when it happens.
So I get to insult our workers and get a surprise? Mother, this is the best day of my life!
I know, dear, and trust me, it only gets better. Every day you'll get to insult and force people to do things they don't want to because you have one thing that makes you better than anyone else. Money!
And property.
And good breeding.
And the world's best parents.
Well, sweetie, those undead peons won't just degrade themselves.
Oh, I hope I do this right.
Trust me, you will.
Okay, here goes. Listen up, you dirty poor bones, you fucking pieces of shit! I was not born on a lavender-scented pillow for your utter, useless, wasteless, Here they come, Mama!
The maitre d' steps out, a disheveled and decomposing zombie-like servant with nothing but cat ears and a maid outfit apron on as their jaw hangs from a single strand.
Put your paper away. We're about to eat.
Mm-hmm.
And what will we be having for dinner, maitre d'?
Oh, that sounds delicious!
And for the second course? And the third course?
And for the fourth course!
I despise asparagus.
Hush.
And dessert.
Well, bring it out.
The servants, all similarly dressed and undead, now donned in top hats and Rockettes uniforms and high heels, even as their breasts fall off or have no breasts at all, missing teeth, eyes, or drag along their entrails, bring out tray after tray of food, placing it on the long table behind. They uncover the food. Steaming piles of lobster, fresh fruit, cakes, succulent steak, toasted human meat still attached to the femurs, lemon tarts with sprigs of fresh mint, carafes of fresh juice, lady fingers, fingers of ladies, melted butter in metal boats, maps of Mexico, cans of Sprite. The family moves to sit at the table. Father at the right end, mother at the left. Marie in the dead center, right in the front of the largest tier cake, just covered in numbers scrawling down the side.
It looks so delicious!
Oh, happy birthday, baby. And now, the show.
The lights go off, save for a single spotlight shining down on a small bit of stage. A few of the zombie maids pull up Tarrare, still wrapped in a white sheet. Warum hast du verschüttet? The Grenzen sind überqueren.
I'm sorry, I don't speak.
Sind Sie ein französischer Spion?
I don't know what you're saying. Please, I don't know what.
Was hast du in Solhutshandrin gemacht? Mit wem hast du dich dort getroffen?
Look, I just need food. Please, all I need is some.
In Weg kein Essen. Mal sein. Viciously hungry. Franzos selbst. Scheiße. They drag him away. The lights go dark. Marie laughs at the dinner table. We sit in the dark with the familiar drip of water against stone somewhere in a cellar. There is a shuffle of feet as Tarrare is grabbed once again and thrown into a light further downstage than before, having been beaten heavily. Marie laughs again.
Mama! He can eat more! He can really eat all that?
I just need
Eat!
Still surprised that thing can eat all that and still. Look at it. How does it stay so thin?
If I could just.
Now bring out the trough.
I'm so hungry. I'm just so hungry.
The servants bring out a pig's trough of slop, fish heads with loose bits of meat attached to their ribs, unplucked chickens, apples, some rotting, some not, grass, and every other possible piece of refuse and unused food bit.
Oh my God. Is he really going to eat all of that?
Mama, he's gonna eat that! He's going to eat that!
Just for you, baby girl.
Go!
Yes, of course. Watch as Tarrare, the incredible stomach, does his
Get on with it.
Yes, of course.
Oh, it's always a moment with that poor trying to brand.
Mm-hmm.
Eat!
Yeah. Oh my God, look at him go.
Is he gonna?
That's amazing! I wish I could eat that much.
Sweetie, you have to stay thin and beautiful.
I know, but if I could.
Pretty gluttony, remember.
Eat!
I didn't.
I mean, no one's that hungry, right? Like, we wouldn't.
Eat!
He's going.
Excuse me. I could still.
He's still hungry! Mama! That's incredible!
I'm sorry. This is ours. You've done your show.
I know, and I finished mine, but I hate to be such a bother. Just
No. You've done enough. Thank you. You stay right there. Okay. You stop and wait right there, dear.
What do you want me to do?
I mean, just a bite.
Please, if you would.
We said no. This is our food. We gave you more than enough. I mean, look how long and deep that trough was.
Yes, but I swear, just a bit. Just that roast chicken. Anything. Really, I'm just hungry.
Okay, and we fed you, and we're going to give you some money for the road. You can buy whatever you'd like.
It's terrible out there, and everyone. Well, it's not like you don't have enough. I mean, I give you part of my show, right? I'll eat it in one go.
Yes!
No!
It can just a little, and I'll leave.
Dear?
Sir, we are going to have to ask you.
Let go! Get off! Do something!
Mommy, he's so dirty!
Oh, it tastes so good.
Get off of our furniture!
Oh, but please, just a little bit more. I just need a little bit at least, just before
Get
I
off!
go.
Get off!
Papa finally kicks Tarrare in the stomach, knocking the air out of him as he drops what food he had in his hand, and the morsels in his mouth tumble out of his mouth onto the floor.
Just a little bit
He
more.
inches his mouth and begins chewing at the food, even on the floor, even as he gags from being kicked in the stomach repeatedly by a grinning Papa.
Now this is sport! Finally, I don't have to worry about feeling guilty. Nothing quite like beating the shit
Dear?
out of some useless pile of bones. Hell, it's still eating.
Sweetie.
It's still eating.
Sweetie. Stop!
Papa rips his grin off of Tarrare and is kicking.
Thank
can-
you for protecting us. Get up.
But
Someone get him up. Get him up! Pick him up. I want to look at him and look at him, see all of the discord he's caused me and my family. You are a joke, a freak of nature. I hope you understand that.
Can I just take something with me?
Oh, you gluttonous, withered hog. What did you just ask me?
Please, just a little bit more.
I didn't say you could talk to me after the ordeal you just pulled. You expect me to want to listen to anything out of that hideously distorted mouth? Do you even think? Throw him out.
Mama.
I didn't ask. Throw him out.
The servants take Tarrare and throw him into the audience. His bruises settling on the walls all over the theater. He dragged himself slowly off the floor. The ballroom slowly sinks backwards before being engulfed in flames. Mama and Papa and Marie all scream in agony as we enter.
The French Revolution!
Out pop our three peasant superheroes. Egalite, the wizened one, wearing a good cardigan at just the right kind of comfy to look smart, yet still approachable and homey for the late 1800s and the end of the world. Next, Liberté, the loose one, hair flowing in the breeze, Top 4 shirt buttons unbuttoned, no shoes, probably a little high. And finally, fraternité. The butch one, flannels and working class, like working class carrying heavy shit working class. Probably has a hammer. For practical usage, they appear out of the floor, Charlie's Angels style, as the house behind them burns to the ground.
The
French
French
Revolution!
we kill the rich for sport.
We cut their necks too short.
And give a quick retort.
The
French
Revolution.
Revolution!
We're French and we've revolt.
We're like a lightning bolt.
It's really all their fault.
My mom can't move her arms from working on the farms.
My friends were dead at sea, trying to feed me, drafted in the Navy.
My brother starved away, so to this very day we say we are
The
The French Revolution!
Not cake, let us eat bread.
Till the guillotines are fed.
and the streets are gold and red.
The
French
French
Revolution!
Right along with Jean Valjean.
I can't remember which one we're on.
Maybe this one will last long.
The
The
French
French Revolution!
French Revolution.
French Revolution!
French Revolution!
Don't you worry, citizen. We are here to help.
Oh, God, look how terribly they beat up this person. My God, truly the vile aristocrats know no bounds.
Same reason we made it in time to save him.
Food.
Yes, you'll get food one day once you're back on your feet and the community takes care of you.
But please, just
Think of how many more suffering citizens live throughout this crumbling empire. Everywhere we go is surrounded by mustachioed villains and dastardly plots.
We have to help them all.
Yes, we must. And we will, one aristocratic murder at a time.
no, but I just need some.
You must rest now.
But brothers, we cannot simply leave this person here.
We must! For the sake of the movement, we must live on as the idea. We must go on, continue the fight. It's what he would have wanted.
But I'm still so hungry.
Hush, hush, hush. Your wounds are too strong for you to bear. We know you hate this country and system as much as we do, comrade.
It does.
Food.
The food of justice is liberty. You're right. More than a comrade. You are a brother to the cause.
Please.
For you, we will.
Well, what?
It's so delirious. You want us to murder the hairy crustaceans so bad. We will not let you down, brother.
Indeed, we cannot, regardless of the trials, the tribulation.
The burning streets of Paris.
The melting skies of Normandy.
Across the blood-red waters of the Riviera.
We will fight.
Fight
For
for
the
the
common
common man.
man. Because we are
The
French
French
Revolution. We must away.
But wait, I still need food.
Don't worry. I'm certain one of our followers will be around soon. We have a pilgrimage, you know? You can follow if you like. Moi, remember, revolution up.
Egalite leaves a flyer on top of Tarrare's wounds.
Stay safe.
The mansion remains burning in the background. A long beam from the roof collapses to the ground, embers exploding. Tarrare looks around, stunned, still injured. He slowly picks himself up off the floor.
What does this even say? Ugh.
The rickety creak of a cart begins to pull up. Tarrare manages to stand, getting in front of the pull cart to meet Antoine Actaeon, a surprisingly clean peasant.
Excuse me, sir, sorry for bothering you, but...
Oh my God. So,
excuse me for bothering.
are you okay?
Yeah, excuse...
Yes. Oh my God, you need bandages. Yes, wait, right there, and I will,
No, I'm only asking.
No. I'm certain I have bandages in here to stay right. Oh my God.
What? Just...
Look how rude I'm being, asking you to stand while you're injured, as you are injured and bleeding. Holy shit, you're bleeding.
Yes, I am. And really, it's fine.
God, you're bleeding a lot and you're bruised.
Yeah, that happens when you get beat up. You get bruised.
You got beat up? Oh my God, who beats people up anymore?
Yeah, lots of people.
Oh my God, and you're still standing. Let me, a cushion. Let me get your cushion. Yes.
Oh, you don't have to.
No. Here. Please, here. Sit.
Antoine hands a bright purple silk cushion to Tarrare.
Oh, no, I couldn't put this on the dirt.
I insist. I absolutely insist.
All right, well, thank you.
Oh, you don't have to thank me. Just sit. Sit, please.
Ow.
Who did this to you?
Oh, they're dead now.
Oh my God. That good or bad?
I don't know. I don't really care anymore. Hey, do you have any food?
Just a bit. I can give you some.
Yes, please. I'm really quite hungry.
Yes. I'll see what I have.
Please do. I'm very hungry right now. I'm sorry, but I'm in a bit of a rush since this hurts so bad.
But if you...
Yes, please.
I mean,
if you would like,
Well...
I know grains turn to salt first born, sandwich death, I don't know.
I mean, we make do, but, what's the point if you don't help someone else, eh?
I'm just hungry, that's all.
You still hurting?
Yeah.
Well, I got a little liquor. Let me clean out those wounds.
Oh, yeah. Understood.
Oh, you do, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, well, everything's hard for everyone.
Definitely.
So that food?
That hold still while I just try to...
Ow! Okay.
You got a name?
Yeah, Tarrare. You?
Antoine Actaeon. Your last name?
Yeah, I kind of lost it.
How do you do the last name?
It happens.
Okay, so how?
It fell off.
Sounds like a good story. Now don't move.
Oh no, thank you. I'm okay. Ow. Okay. Wow. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Look, I'm just a very hungry kind of guy, and I just got beat up for a show I did. And
oh, what was the show?
it was a birthday party, actually.
Oh, are you a clown or something? Oh, a mime. Oh, do you do the whole face paint thing?
Close but no cigar.
Oh, so what do you do?
I'm like a geek.
Ah, so you fix computers, or you push the right numbers on an abacus.
No. Geek is the person that bites chickens' heads off. It's for entertainment, like in a circus.
Oh, so you eat chicken heads for show.
Yeah, close enough.
Interesting. Lots of travel, I presume.
Actually, not as much as you'd like to believe. You know, before the war and the sound of trumpets filled the air, I've been all over France, traveled at least more than half of every street in Paris. I danced a little on a few tables in the cafes. I ate some buckets of unmentionable things. Something, obviously, we've all done.
Wow. Paris.
Oh, it's an ugly city. Nothing like it. It's wonderful.
Of course. So what are you doing in the path of the parade of the Revolution?
Well, what are you doing?
Walking pilgrimage.
Oh, certainly.
I am.
Not just following the loot.
No, the revolution has been eye-opening. I mean, really soul-revealing for a lot of us. Yes, deeply moving. Yes, stirring stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I myself just had the chance to. I'll be honest with you, I was really hoping to have something for dinner.
Oh, well, I want to eat it all, but I don't need to.
You sure? Because your tone of voice sounds like you need all you can get.
I eat enough, but I can always have more. I have a sort of condition.
I'm sure there's some stores in that burning house. I assume that's what started the whole beat-up ordeal. Let me get a bite, and I can give you what I have.
Oh, thank you. Really, I could survive being hungry. I just like, I need to eat.
We all need to eat. Really, don't thank me. My mom would be angry if I handed out my food like this, but she'd also be angry if I didn't feed someone who was hungry.
Sounds like a wonderful woman.
She was, I suppose.
They both sit around the rock and the pull cart. Antoine takes a long look of bread, a baguette, if you'll forgive the French, and hastily takes a bite and rips off a good amount before handing the rest to Tarrare. Antoine then contents himself to eating some dried meats he has in a pouch.
Thank you.
So you do shows or whatnot?
Yeah.
Eating chicken heads?
No, not exactly.
Ah, right. Something like eating chicken heads.
Yeah, I've never been full.
No, I got that.
No, but for real.
Okay. What?
Nothing.
Okay, so you are a hungry old time. What kind of shows do you do?
Well, I eat things.
How is that a show? You're doing it right now.
Not like this. Like this. Thanks for the baguette.
All right, I admit that was interesting.
Oh, I eat everything. Fish heads, cow livers, and yes, live chickens. I am so very, very hungry. It's a whole deal, a whole show. I even sometimes get billing.
Ah, in the theater.
Oh, God, no, they'd never let me in that building. I smell, so they say.
Well, that's fixable. At least you can always shower.
Not really.
That's quite defeatist.
Look at the world. It's very defeatist. I just want to eat from time to time.
Okay.
Look, I recommend you move on. The fire of the building will be out soon, and night's going to come.
The procession is yet to come. I think it would be fine for me to stay here a bit. I travel quite a bit, following the revolutionaries, watching the world.
Oh, and how was that?
Oh, brutal. Oof. Never looked at it, though, just from what I heard.
Brutal? From those goofballs?
Oh, you're a peasant for the people.
Oh, I guess.
Egalite, liberté, and fraternité turn the corner, this time wiping their hands of oil.
Another town freed from the global corruption of Lockheed Martin.
Their airborne terror will not trouble their world no more.
As their plans lay as shredded as their hearts as we push them into the air turbines.
Their
French
French
Revolution!
Woo!
Oh, they saved you, right? Did you get to talk to them?
No, they talked to me.
Wow, that must have been really something.
Yeah, definitely something.
I bet everything was all right when they just came to you.
Okay, look.
whispered in your ear.
Thank you for the food. Thank you for the bandages. I'm personally not one for the revolution. So can we just we have mutual differences?
Oh. Okay. So what happened?
With what?
You know, the revolution.
You mean the army? You mean?
Sure, the army of the revolution.
Oh God, you're not afraid at all
The army of the revolution.
of the word army.
No, I suppose not.
Of course not. You look like a very nice and soft person. Running around, following some shiny and pretty people, doing the right thing, being very, very correct and all whatnot.
Oh yes, that is the goal of the revolution.
Well then, congrats.
I'm sorry.
No, thank you for helping me out.
You seem very hurt.
And thank you for treating my wounds. And you for the food.
I mean, you seem angry.
I'm fine.
I'm glad.
Just, why are you following them? You could do a lot more good, becoming a doctor or something. You seem like a genuinely good person, like someone who shouldn't be on the road. Just settle down, help someone, open a commune. You seem genuinely concerned to see blood, and that's not normal these days.
You're right. I am soft.
Oh, no, soft is good. Soft is fine.
But I was raised soft, though.
Yeah, okay, just because I hate the world doesn't mean everyone has to. I mean, if you were raised soft, you were raised soft. It happens.
I suppose it does.
Nice pillow. Fancy, ain't it?
I like that pillow a lot.
I'll be sure to clean it before I hand it back to you.
Keep it.
I really don't. No.
I don't need it.
Really, I'm fine. It'll just get me beat up.
People will beat you up for a pillow.
It's the end of the world. People will beat me up for anything.
Well, I helped you. That has to count for something.
It does. It actually does.
I'm glad then.
I'm glad.
Wonderful. We can be glad together.
Nothing wrong with that.
Of course not.
They sit still as the procession of the revolution crosses the stage. Ribbons of red, white, and gold flying through the air. Everyone else wears crudely painted masks with colors intersecting at jagged angles. They carry torches. Some have grown so tired they are merely dragging themselves across the ground on their hands and knees in their once cleaned linens that have been stained with soot at the edges, fraying as they drag banners and lead strange animals, goats with the heads of lions, snakes with spiders' legs, glass horses, and dancers, moving to the constant beat of the procession's footsteps in an almost ear-popping pulse. The sky becomes pale and clean blue, stars and the moon moving across it like lace against stone. They all feel pulled taut, as if compelled by a string. Eventually, the dancing on the soft pulse of the heavy air is gone with them. Night continues to fall, with the house burning into soft, warm embers in the background.
Everyone is so tired these days.
They're still dancing.
A few. Very beautifully. What would you like to see at the end of the world?
It's not actually the end of the world. That's just a lie we tell kids, so they'll shut up and go to sleep. Paris is not actually melting. No, oceans are not turning to blood. There are no fields of toxic gas creating zombies that lengthen our suffering till the end of days.
Do you believe that?
Mostly?
So it's only kinda the end of the world.
Yeah, only kinda.
How pathetic.
Please, this is France. Nothing we do is pathetic. Unless you are my mother.
I would have loved to meet your mother.
Oh god, don't say that.
Why not? You're extremely fascinating, Tarrare.
Thank you. It's to distract you from the truth while I eat your food.
What truth?
About something.
Like what?
Like needing to eat.
Do you ever lie about it?
Just to eat more?
Yeah.
No.
Now once.
No. Why? Why lie about breathing? Anyway, your mother.
Hmm?
Oh, you have a good relationship with your mother?
Oh, yes. We got along great. I loved her. She loved me. We loved each other a lot. Oof, yes. Really encouraged me to be the best I could. Got me a lot of lessons, made sure I was fed, warm, safe, no complaints.
That's nice. So bad with your dad, then?
No, he was a kind man, educated, grown up in Paris, but decided it was for the best that we leave out on the countryside. Have a very different life than we had growing up. Didn't care much for my family besides us, so we lived boring lives, I suppose.
Boring sounds nice.
I guess. Everyone else around us busted their asses off.
You did too, right?
And what I did. Yeah. Not like them, though.
Okay. Hey, you gonna finish that bag of dried meat? You stopped eating it a while ago, and I was just wondering.
Oh, sure. I lost my appetite. Yes.
Sorry.
You just steer conversations into directions where you can get more food.
Yeah, it's a reflex.
I'm very impressed.
Hey, not for nothing though. Can you read what this says?
What? Oh. You can't
No. No, I can't read. Frankly, I shouldn't have to. Reading is for people who need things. Things they can't remember. All I need is to remember, hey, give me some food. Very easy. I eat, others pay me.
Well, then you're out of luck.
Why? What's on it?
You can't read it, you don't want to know.
Okay, but if I wanted to read it, what would it read?
You sure?
Yes, I am sure.
Hypothetically.
More hypo than thetical. Or would you like me to be honest?
You have been.
Okay. Well, I would like to know what it says. Thank you very much, my kind protector, feeder and provider.
Only because you asked so nicely.
I do whatever to serve the person I so barely know.
We know each other a bit. Let me get you some water.
Oh, surprisingly, I don't get too thirsty. Isn't that weird?
No. But you should probably have some water.
Why?
I heard it's good for you. Something about, needing water.
No, what people have been saying is that you need or need water. Okay, no, I couldn't think of something to say in time, so I'm just gonna keep talking, and now we're here.
Aren't you a performer or something?
Yes, or something. Yeah, I am.
Do a show.
You saw me eat.
That's your show?
Yep.
Really, I thought you were joking. People pay to watch that?
Indeed they do.
Why?
Yeah, wondering would be too much.
Too much what?
Too much thought.
And you don't think. It's a flyer about the revolution.
Oh, thank you. Anything else?
It's a bounty.
Like money.
It's a bounty from the revolution on the head of the aristocracy. Turn in any former noble and receive a reward as they pay for the crimes and blood. Lots of francs as a reward.
Oh. Wonderful. If only I knew some aristocrats that weren't just killed.
Yeah. If only we all knew some rich people to kill.
Yep. Oh well.
You want the flyer back?
Hmm.
Here. Drink.
Thanks. Toss the flyer.
For the revolution.
Less people see it. Less people know about the bounty, dumbass.
Oh. Clever. You done? I mean, you can finish it if you...
No, I've had quite enough.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm just drinking what you gave me.
And that's perfectly fine.
Well, you're welcome then.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
A great yawn is heard, and the angel of twilight drags night behind her as she crawls over the horizon and waits for her to pass to pack.
Well, I should be off. I can't let the procession get too far ahead of me. You know, I grow old, I lose faith, everything else, yada, 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 you know, all the stuff that you...
You could stay.
I really couldn't.
You seem like you could.
I really can't let them leave me behind you. You should come. There's always room in the Revolution.
Well, besides for those aristocrats. Am I right?
No, I suppose not. You'll be all right.
I'll survive. Wish you'd stop running with the crowd like that, though.
Oh, it's kinda the end of the world. I like it. I need to see a miracle. At least once.
I suppose.
The world is usually pretty full.
Even when it's ending?
Especially when it's ending. I hope. Enjoy the pillow.
Oh, no, I can't keep this.
I insist.
What am I going to do with a pillow? I've got places to travel, and I can't even eat it. Go, take it, you'll need it.
You're really gonna give back a gift?
I've only met you today. I can't take a gift from you yet. Maybe when we meet again.
Maybe.
It's too much.
I was just going to shake your hand before you left.
Yeah, absolutely, yes. And
Okay. Well, thank you for the water.
Thank you for the conversation.
Enjoy the revolution.
And you as well. Stay fed.
I will. I'll certainly do that.
The superhero trio reappear, calm and looking around.
We are the French Revolution.
We are hunting down the bourgeoisie.
From the end of time to Italy.
French Revolution.
Just a real good time.
Being rich is a crime. Revolution.
They disappear into the night with their star-spangled uniforms and spandex squeaking as they go, leaving Tarrare standing alone in the front of the cinders of the house.
This fucking sucks.
Tarrare stands still before the spear of God shooting through the atmosphere, impales him right through the stomach. He looks at it for a moment, rolls his eyes, and groans before collapsing. He hits the floor, and wham! A chorus of angels take the stage immediately, gusting up from the bottom and crowding over the curtain like flies upon a rotten fruit, their wings shifting and fluttering, brown and speckled feathers like a forgettable house finch. And while they are beautiful adult bodies, the way they move is feral, quick movements, twitching about against the entire front end of the theater, the proscenium, the arch, the orchestra, the curtains, etc. The angels return the world to the oil-slick rainbow, as if we were closing our eyes. Suddenly we enter the show, part 2. The hospital admin, a greedy motherfucker dressed in silk scrubs, calmly walks in front of the curtain, slithering out with a smile for the audience.
Thank you for coming, all of you. I know you are all such wonderful patrons of our medical endeavors, and today we have a treat and a star. We took on this case when the patient himself attempted to check himself into the hospital. He tried getting past our security system by saying he had a spear through his stomach. But we knew he was poor and couldn't pay. After all, we can't just let anyone get medical service. It costs a lot to save a life. Unfortunately, a compassionate doctor decided to take the patient in without thinking about how the administration would feel. So compassionate really isn't the right word.
The doctor steps out of the curtain, a well-dressed and respected, empathetic individual with scrubs and a heart of gold and the handwriting of a hurried 5-year-old. They really care for their patients and test subjects.
Thank you so much for those thrilling words.
And fuck you, make me money.
Go to hell. That was our hilarious hospital administrator. Can we get a round of applause? No? Good. Now, thank you once again for considering supporting our endeavor. I'm Dr. Doctor, the doctor on this study, and I think you'll be very intrigued, all of you. As you might know, the patient entered with intense abdominal pain. He told us he had been suddenly stricken with horrible diarrhea, intense cramping in his stomach, as well as pain eating. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds like how I feel after eating Mexican food. I have weak intestines and I get gas from eating chalk. Anyway, that's not the shocking part. When I told him to simply stop eating, he said he couldn't. He said that he was always hungry. Now, of course, I know that's just a thing mooches say to get more food out of sympathetic individuals, and I'll admit, I've seen a lot of fakers. Since I am a compassionate person, you know, as a doctor who is very accomplished, I constantly feel the need to help people, because if I, the compassionate person I am not helping to balance them and put leeches on them, who will?
As the doctor's speaking, an angel quietly stumbles into the theater and begins to mill about in the audience, speaking to us.
And you're probably asking yourself, hey, what's the use of studying an unhealthy person? I mean, he eats, and sure, that's fun for a show, or just the novelty of seeing someone swallow an entire cat, or even eels. Okay, I have slides.
Who are you?
Turn it on.
Did
See,
you know the sky is supposed to be temporary?
nothing
Like,
special.
over a day?
Besides possibly a larger than average jaw, completely adequately sized French penis, which is statistically larger than American penises and less variable than penises from the UK. Completely normal. I know. This one is very, very kooky, if you will. I mean, when I first saw it, I thought that Mars was crashing into the surface of the sun, along with the chanting of school children by the flagpole my brother was shot near. Others said they saw towers crumbling. Elizabeth said she could see a baby gone missing.
I can blow the trumpet again. I can pull off seals. I can turn the Seine into piss. Do you want to see a mountain collapse into flowers? Or perhaps Switzerland turning...
Yeah, really fascinating stuff. And he kept telling us he had always been hungry, as it never stopped. Not even after eating mountains of food, that he had been kicked out by his family for almost eating an entire cow. Of course, we, hey, excuse me. We have an angel in the conference hall.
She has the aura over her left heart, praying in the same way all killers do, with the hope that all the good in the world can
Excuse me, deity, we're going to have to ask you to leave. This is a very private showing. Thank you.
I could not kill the man, Lord forbid. I could not kill the woman.
They're not leaving.
I could not.
Excuse
kill
me.
the woman.
We will be excusing you out of here in a bit. If you would kindly
Be quiet.
Well, I don't think they can hear me.
I don't think it's wrong for every European to die.
Excuse me.
I
Excuse me.
simply think it's sad. I won't get to have paella.
Escort the angel out.
To the Gilbatrar or the Isle of Man. Pardon as we change the channel. Wrappable mirrors.
I am so sorry, fellows of the audience.
You heard me, an actual person.
We try to keep religion and science separate, but as you know, having been raised in a religious household, no matter how hard you try, it'll always try to crawl its way back in, unless you are diligent. So we will just have to wait until they have left.
Please turn the radio up. It gets very cold directing the world from the North Pole. Yes, that's right. God is also Santa, and I can fly and see everything, but not in a moral quandary kind of brain explode way, but in a super cool comic book way.
Any minute now. And we can continue our presentation. I'm sorry. I'm a good person, separate from religion. I can just ignore that. So, where were we? Yes, the slides. So we provided him with a table with food for 4. Now, as I'm sure you can imagine, this table was set with 2 kids right in the ages between 8 and 10, when they think they're invincible, right about when the body is storing up to kick into overdrive later. So this was no easy table of food. Naturally, we thought that the stomach would simply be full, and there was no way. He ate it all. Of course, he was also in pain from his previously explained abdominal issues, and he did vomit some up later, but we counted it because he ate it in the first place, and we were amazed by the apparent level of hunger that he was going through, and then I started to wonder, if he can be so different, then what other things can be so different? You know, perhaps the star warm wood never did fall out of the sea. Perhaps the end of the world wouldn't be happening. I don't know, but we have been keeping him here.
The doctor pulls a tassel and the curtain falls away to show in the back a living space for Tarrare, as if he were now a doll, slipping on top of a cot.
We continue to study him. Experiments like the ones we've seen in these slides. We even monitor him sleeping. There's been a spike of nights when he whispered.
I need to cross border in Germany.
What was that?
I need to cross the border into Germany.
What?
Into Germany.
And that's just one of the things we did to embarrass our patient, because being honest would take the fun out of saving his health, and perhaps one day we may know the truth about this and his hunger. In this age of enlightenment and advancement in the inhuman sciences, one must always question what is right and different about their experiences, about their hunger. Thank you. Please clap, I'm sensitive.
Canned laughter track with audience applause. The doctor begins to bow. The light fades away on him as a light falls upon Tarrare sleeping. A red feather falls upon his head. Lights out. Lights up on a day in front of the facade of a plastered white row house in a well-to-do part of the city. Maybe there's a Whole Foods nearby, or people actually buy from Oshkosh B'gosh. These people are well-to-do. Tarrare, younger, around 17, walks right up to the front of the nice house, and his pants are caked in mud. He is caked in mud. He tries to knock a bit of the dried mud off and succeeds. He knocks. He waits. He knocks again. The door opens to a young child of around 7 holding a soccer ball over their head. This is Ollie, Tarrare's youthful, unaware brother.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Huh?
How are you?
Who are you?
I'm your older brother.
Oh. Okay. Mom! Mom! Did you know I have a brother?
Okay, honey, what are you talking about?
Mom, come here! I have a brother!
I'm coming.
Mom!
All right, what did you...
Hi, Mom.
What are you...
Hey, I wanted to talk with you before I told you some good news.
Let me go tuck in Ollie, and then we can talk.
Okay, I'll wait.
Actually, Ollie, go wait up in your room.
You really don't.
No, I think it's best for now.
But I'm not tired.
It'll give you some time to get ready for tomorrow. Go. I'll bring you a cookie later.
Wow, a cookie? Oh, thanks, Mom.
Ollie, please.
Okay. It was nice meeting you, older brother.
Nice meeting you too, little kid.
Hey.
Have a good night.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Tarrare looks around at the inside of the house. Notice how it's slightly cleaner. These are good shelves, and he seems a bit shabbily dressed for how nice the house looks now. He looks around, getting up close and personal with the expensive vases from Japan, the bought paintings from the cheap back markets, the boring coffee table books about tennis photography used to impress. The house is comfortable now.
Okay, well, this is nicer. Hi. I wanted to share some good news.
You smell like shit.
Okay, well, yeah, I shit sometimes.
On yourself?
I eat a lot. I run a lot. I still do shows. I do a lot. I do a lot. Okay, I do, but it's the revolution, Mom. I can't do much. Okay, what am I supposed to do? Mom, shit's hard. Shit's really fucking hard.
What?
And
Can't do hard things? I do. I did. And I can still manage to clean up after myself.
The rivers turn to blood, and you're not letting me
Everyone can just bring that up, can't they?
Yeah, they can, because it's true. The star wormwood fell into the sea. Europe was ripped out of the earth for all of us to atone for our sins, and I can't always find a working restroom because most of them have dead politicians in them.
I swear this gets more and more ridiculous each time you come here. Come on in. Look, I hate doing this. I'll just start pulling water.
I'm not staying.
Well, what?
I can't stay.
So you're back, you smell, and you're leaving, and am I supposed to be able to help you?
I'm going into the army.
So you're an idiot?
No, Mom.
You're an idiot who's going into the army. Why would you even tell me this?
Oh my God, I felt like I just wanted to tell you that I'm moving up in the world.
Moving up in the world? You think going into the army is a good idea?
Well, it's better than the street. Unless, you'd like to help.
You know we can't.
Oh, you still can't, huh?
Tarrare, you're an adult.
I'm still your kid. Barely.
Yes, I suppose, barely. We can't afford having a kid like you. We can't afford...
You afford him.
Are you blaming a 6-year-old?
No.
You're blaming a 6-year-old for your inability to hold a job or your temper or hunger. Are you that petty?
I am blaming you. I blame you.
It is not my fault.
No. Kicking me out wasn't your fault. Your shoe just fucking hit my ass on its own.
I barely got to eat for 3 days, much less feed my kid who swallowed buckets.
I couldn't help it.
I couldn't help you. I couldn't get money while they were taking the Bastille. I had to bust my ass for 10 years, as well as your father, to even get close to being able to eat, to where we felt comfortable to have another kid.
Oh. Good to know You can finally get it right. Ooh, look at them go. Look at their big house. Ah, look at their nifty new kid.
Don't give me that. You were gone. You understand. You know now. You know.
Of course I understand. I'm one in here. And I wasn't gone. I knew that you couldn't, that I...
What?
I would love just a little bit more.
Of what, Tarrare? What more?
Of anything.
You should learn how to live with less.
No, I really don't. I can't.
I don't understand you.
I know.
I want to so badly. I hate it.
The army pays for me to eat. I shouldn't tell you this, but I pass messages, or I will. It's good for France, the country. I'm not just dying in a trench. I wouldn't do that. Something easy. I just travel across the border. I gotta eat. And they pay, so you won't have to see me, I guess, if that's what you want. You and Dad don't have to keep waiting around for me. I'll have a place to stay, I'll shower more often, I'll get off the streets. It's a job. At least it's like a year-long tour.
Your dad could be back any minute. You could wait to tell him.
Oh, I've gotta go. I have some, I don't know, orientation or paperwork or something. They're serving dinner.
Okay, go.
I'll take a shower. I promise, Mom.
Please. Just be safe.
I will. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. A bright flash of light and end of show.